All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Major Idiots podcast. We are all back together today. I am Sean McConnell. With me is Alex DeGenero, Alex Town, and of course, Brian Lahosky, the man himself.
Oh my God.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing all right. I didn't think we'd make it this far.
Episode 3.
No, episode 2 got pretty contentious. I was looking back at the episode. I'm like, why am I still friends with these guys?
I almost ran you down with my car.
Yeah, I know. I was scared to get in my car last time.
Scary.
We treated you like a dartboard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, it was a real ugly situation. And speaking of ugly,
dude, you're so good at transitions.
Today we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of video game, movie, and television adaptations.
That's right.
So,
with the recent release of the Borderlands movie, which none of us saw, thankfully. All right, we're not.
That one we're going to put in the ugly category.
I've seen the Rotten Tomatoes score for it, so I think I'm an expert on that movie.
I think you mean Rotten Apples.
I don't. F you. No, I said it. I
read the plot synopsis on Wikipedia, and I want my eye power back from that.
My eye power?
I can't say like an hour of my life.
Oh.
It's the only thing I can say. What do you think, Town?
I saw a commercial and my cranium nearly burst. I couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it looks like a good movie.
I particularly love Jamie Lee Curtis trying to sell her yogurt that'll make you, go to the bathroom.
Is she still doing that?
I think she's still in activity.
She's still in activity. I thought she stopped doing that.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that follows you everywhere.
She's a yogurt gal?
Yeah, she would sell. She did commercials for Activia, the yogurt that makes you like go.
Oh, I thought you meant she was like at grocery stores, like, hey, you want a bag of yogurt?
Who knows? She could have done that. I don't know.
She's just like us.
She pulls it out of her pocket,
story.
like
now
just a spoon full of yogurt, like, you want some?
Yeah, so that one would be a bad.
And if you guys want a tier list video of us doing this,
well, this
leave
isn't
it in
really
the comments.
This isn't really a tier list, isn't it? Just more like we're just gonna.
Yeah, no, we're just talking. I'm saying in the future, Brian.
We'll eventually probably get into tier list.
We're
stuff.
gonna give it the Costco guys.
No, can we not?
We're Costco guys.
Costco guys.
Of course, we gotta have the
Of course, I'm gonna
bag.
leave my kid here to die.
Meat Canyon did a video about that.
Of course, you did.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, the black card.
So, what do we think about the Last of Us series? Since we're going to talk about,
Who has played The Last of Us?
I have.
You have.
Yes.
I have. Town.
I saw one episode at a friend's house, and she never invited me back.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. The only point in this episode that I can contribute anything is when we talk about Sonic for like 5 seconds, and then that will be.
You can talk about the first and second Sonic.
Of course.
Eventually, we will have a Sonic special to appease Brian.
Yeah, because I got to talk about.
Really loves
I
Sonic.
got to talk about the new Sonic X Shadow Generation.
It'll be the
really love
3
Sonic.
frowns and 1 smile special.
The Last of Us TV series.
I thought it was pretty good.
I really liked
Pedro
it.
Pascal. I was a little iffy at first, but I think he played it well with how Joel initially is. I can't wait for season 2 with all the new watchers. They're gonna say like, "Oh, it's the Game of Thrones ending all over again."
Oh yeah. Spoilers. But there will be some spoilers talking about TV shows and movies in this podcast. So we're gonna talk about their original source material and how they adapted it pretty well. And
let me tell you,
if you don't want to hear spoilers, I want you to cover your ears, scream as loud as you can, and run outside of your house so you won't be able to hear us spoil anything for you. And don't care about what your neighbors think.
If you're in your car driving to work, make sure to merge without looking.
Of course,
There's nobody there. It's fine. 9 times out of 10, there's never anybody.
That yellow light that's blinking on your side view mirror, it's for nothing. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, basically, the second game came out over 5 years ago, so we can talk about it easily.
Oh yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, Joel dies within the first 3 hours of the game.
He dies in the very first chapter.
Whoa.
I
don't have no idea.
How dare you?
I don't have that.
I'm waiting for that to come to Nintendo Switch.
Is The Last of Us on Switch?
No,
it's never coming to
there's the
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
It'd be
exclusive.
funny if
Okay,
they just
yeah.
brought number 2 over and not 1. Just
I have no idea what's happening.
they would have no emotional attachment. Like, oh, some old white dude dies.
And I jokingly say 3 hours in, because pretty much Last of Us has turned into just like a cinematic game. So there's like a little bit of gunfire playing, and then there's a
that's the thing
20
about
minute
that game.
what?
So that's the thing about that game. It's mostly like it's a story-driven game. So
The first one was
from,
the first one was much longer, like game times. The second one just felt like cinematic after cinematic was happening.
Yeah, and Naughty Dog has kind of gotten into that a little bit more. I think they did that a lot with Uncharted 4.
Yeah,
There's
that
a lot of
was my
cinematics.
problem with Uncharted 4.
Oh, so there's like people were complaining too much about like long cinematics in the second game.
Well, that's the thing about Sony games is like they're such good and high quality,
Yeah,
unlike other like
Like,
companies
like Knack and
yeah.
like Knack. We don't need to talk about Knack.
I was gonna
But-
say people there's fans complaining about the long cinematics in Last of Us 2, and Metal Gear fans are like first time.
Exactly.
And that's
But
actually
basically-
getting adapted into a movie at some point.
Yeah,
soon
that's,
with
I hope the camera was
Oscar
on
Isaac.
me to show all the enthusiasm leaving my face the second that
They
Sean
got it.
said that.
But yeah,
You
basically,
did. Your face, you look like, why did you talk about that at
I
all?
really didn't want.
it's just the
Um,
cinematics ruin everything
But
and ruin the because it's not a game. You're just
There-
watching a movie.
there has been some set leaks and pictures from season 2's of The Last of Us 2 adaptation. And it looks good. It looks like they're,
Yeah, no,
they're
I-
doing a lot of things
Yeah.
properly, and they're taking their time and they're putting money into it, which is really nice and refreshing to see for
Especially for people in our industry.
yeah,
It's nice to
and
see.
and people who are fans of video games, seeing that like, oh, there are actually film studios and television studios that kind of care about the source material and aren't going to be like, well, okay, so this is pivotal to the plot, we don't need it. A violator of that could be any number
Yeah.
of movies.
I mean,
Like,
imagine
don't
take
know,
it from Brian. Imagine Pac-Man was a detective.
I'd watch that
just
movie.
Detective Pac-Man.
Detective
I'd watch
Pac-Man.
that movie.
And just the ghosts kill people from the. What are they going to do with the original source material? They just threw it out the window.
He has a crippling cherry addiction.
I think it's safe to say that because a lot of people are like, oh, video game adaptations, they got better, and it's like, well, because the stories to a lot of games got better, because
The stories, but also, someone said this a long time ago. Video games have always been trying to look up to
Yeah.
television and films, trying to like get their attention more. But finally, they just decided, yeah, we're sick of listening to you. We're just gonna do our own thing.
Yeah.
And finally, TV is like, oh wait, now we'll start interacting with you.
yeah, I guess, but in terms of like video games back then, it was just like Mario. I mean, it was a very simple
Oh,
story,
Mario.
and then, well, I mean, I love the original Mario movie. I'll
The
say
Mario
that.
Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo.
That movie's great. Okay,
Brian, that one is going to go into the bad. Bad
Oh,
category.
no,
It's
no,
not,
I
it's not,
disagree.
It's not currently ugly, but I'm going to say.
Oh,
it's
I
a
thought.
bad.
Oh, it's pretty
extremely
ugly. Have you seen
Yeah,
those
it's so
Goombas?
ugly.
All right,
Have
fine,
you
we'll,
seen-
fine, we'll put it in the
it's
ugly
going in the
category.
waste bin.
How dare you? That
We're gonna
movie's
put it-
great.
We're gonna
I,
put it-
really have my back on this.
I love Mario more than
Dennis Hopper did that for a
the
paycheck.
average 12-year-old, but like, yeah, that's not a good movie.
But we're still talking about The Last
Okay,
of Us.
we'll transition back into Mario later,
But
please.
I think The Last of Us is going to definitely go in the good column. They took liberties, but the liberties that they took
They're good
with it are
liberties.
good.
Yeah.
They didn't take extreme ones and completely change the plot, or not include things like the Doom movie. Now, I personally like that movie when it came out. The
movie?
one with Doom, with Carl Urban.
Doom,
The Doom.
not
Doom with Carl Urban and The Rock.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, DOOM.
Yeah.
He
okay,
plays that you
I
can
forgot.
play on a pregnancy
Yes, I
test.
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I mean, they took liberties with that definitely deviate strongly from the source material. There's no indications of it being hell or anything. It's some sort of, we're going to do extra chromosomes and you have a horrible reaction to it and either turn into a monster or you'll turn into like a super soldier.
Okay.
Now they did do some cool stuff with that. Like the first person sequence in that movie is really cool. And personally I like that from a filmmaking standpoint. I think that was a really good way to kind of like send an homage
Mm-hmm.
to the video game, but the script overall, for what it was trying from the source material, definitely deviated heavily, and so for that I have to put it in the bad category.
If they make another Doom adaptation, I kind of want the whole thing to be first person. Do you remember the Hardcore Henry?
That was a
movie?
good. I liked it.
That should have been. That should be the next.
That was a good experimental
Get the guy.
film.
Get the
yeah.
guy that directed Hardcore Henry. I think he also did. I forget what it was. It was a movie about a guy who was like accidentally fighting people. It was like Upgrade. I think
Oh,
he also
Upgrade,
did. I think he
yeah.
also
Yeah.
did Upgrade. If
Yeah,
I'm not,
that was
then
an interesting
sorry,
one.
but get that guy. Make another Doom movie. Doom, not Dune.
Not with
Don't put
Timothy,
don't
not
put
with
Timothy
Timothy
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
in
not
the-
Timothy
Yes.
Champagne
Yeah.
Champagne bottle.
Champagne bottle man.
All right,
Looking
back to
at
Mario.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Town, our resident Mario expert, please.
Oh,
Hello, Mario.
Yeah, he's jumping and Yahoo.
Yahoo!
But yeah, the original Mario movie. I mean, I wouldn't subject myself to it, but I've seen enough YouTube clips to know that I don't like that.
It
movie.
is amazing.
It
It is
not,
cinematic.
so
the,
bad.
the
Gold.
actors
Talking
were
about?
wishing for a gun to be put up their head so they can end their misery.
That's
on
good.
set.
There are guns in the movie. They're just method acting.
Do the Goombas have guns?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. They're like these.
What?
Well, they have like flamethrower guns because they don't have actual like fireflowers. Well, okay. Well, the plot of that movie is that there's fungus all over New Donk City. No, the Bowser City, the Koopa Kingdom. or
New
whatever.
Donk City?
Yeah,
I don't think that
that's
exists
Mario
yet,
Odyssey.
bro.
Yeah, it's Mario Odyssey. Sorry, but that's a game. It's a good game.
Move on.
Somebody got really mad at me and decided to throw something.
I think it's Sadie, our sponsor cat.
Yeah.
She's our supervisor.
But
Supervisor cat.
there is fungus all over the city, and it is the king of the Mushroom Kingdom or whatever the city's called. I don't know. No, it wasn't like Dino City or something. I don't know. But
You seem to love this movie so much.
You
You're
know
like,
very little
half the
about it.
details.
You
you're
don't
like
have to
trying
describe the whole movie to us, Brian. We can move on.
We don't need the
Uh,
scene-by-scene recreation
he
of
was
it.
de-evolved, and I think it's great. There's a lot of cool. Do you remember the Babam that walked really slowly?
Hey, we're gonna cut you off.
This is the expert contrarian complex here. This is like everyone hates this movie. You're like, I gotta love
Okay,
it. I gotta love
okay.
it. Now, what do you think of the new not new,
The new Super
the
Mario
newer
with
Super Mario
Charlie
Bros.
Day
movie?
in it.
With
It was
Chris
fun.
Pratt and Charlie Day.
It was whatever.
Yeah.
They weren't in the same studio. They came on separate days to record.
Of course.
their
Well, that's
lines.
that's the thing with you know recording stuff anyway. I think there's like only been like a few movies that it's like, oh, we've got the same actors to record in the same, like the Lego movie. I think they recorded in like,
yeah, in the same
room.
area.
But yeah, definitely not for this movie. Yeah, my thing with the Mario movie is, the new Mario movie, is like, it's just like a decent animated film. I will say, the old Mario movie sucks. I will say, but it's
Well, now
so
we have
It
It's
took
Oh,
you that
no.
long to
it's
say
so
it.
funny.
After being like, it's
No.
I'm such an
Come back.
auteur. I love this movie so much for its art direction, but it
I
really
love
it
your
sucks. It's horrible.
It's just funny. You know what I mean? Like if you watch it, like when you see the Goombas, it's
Don't
just
they just have shrunken heads?
yeah.
That's so stupid.
I love it. It's amazing.
It's so stupid.
It's so
Not-
dumb.
not a
They had no
Goomba.
material to work
They're
with.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
No, they had material to work with. They just had two
Is this
like
how I do it? Oh.
two directors that were just changed the script so much
Oh,
from its
yeah, they
original
didn't give a shit.
concept.
And
They
they
That it
just
was
ignored it.
unrecognizable.
and everyone got high on the set.
Yeah, and everyone was drinking and
R.I.P. Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
yeah. And Brian, I actually had to saw this a few days ago. I think you could have voiced Birdo in the movie.
Birdo?
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you think, Town, about the new Mario movie?
I think same opinions. It was just okay.
Which
I mean, it's-
category would you put it in?
Well, it was
Bad.
somewhere in the middle. Well, I don't know. Is there a middle category? It's
Not
on the
really.
table. It's not in the sky, not on the ground.
It's just there.
Yeah, it's
It's a kid's
Well-
film.
So we have to make a whole other category now? All right, we'll do it on the fly. It'll be in the middle.
well. If you're a Nintendo fan, yeah, it was a spectacle.
It's
like,
just
oh
okay.
yeah, all these Nintendo references. Oh yeah, and you're just stroking yourself in the theater with all.
Oh
your,
my god!
All your
Is that the rated R
yeah.
screening?
Just hope you're at a really late showing where there's no kids there.
It's a good movie. I'm just wondering
Alright.
why it's rated
You're
NC-17.
pulling a Pee Wee
Yeah.
Herman.
Yeah. Oh. Come on.
You didn't like that at all.
Be nice. Look, okay, to be fair, if you're going to see a porn in a porno theater, what else are you supposed to do? Just watch it?
Yes. You're there for the acting.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're there for
Okay, I
the
didn't know
plot.
that.
God damn it.
Like, wow, I'm
Um,
really invested.
all right,
I hope she
moving
gets her
on,
law
Sonic.
degree.
Well, I was going to ask real quick about the new Mario movie. Did you like when they referenced Kid Icarus? And you were like, oh, that's the first time in 30 years
yeah.
I thought of Kid Icarus.
No, actually, I thought about it. I'm like, so in the Mario movie, they are playing an NES, of which Mario, like, the Mario
Came
game
from,
launched
yeah.
on it. So does that mean that Mario never existed on the NES in that universe, or were they originally a video game before they were plumbers? I don't. Because they're playing Kid Icarus, are they changing history in the movie? Am I making sense?
That's an alternate reality in which Kid Icarus became the face of Nintendo. In which case, that is a very boring alternate reality.
How
Or
do you
am I
guys
thinking
feel?
too far into this and they're like, this would be a fun Easter egg? I hope some annoying podcasters don't overthink this.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about it being adapted into a film from the video game? That's what we're talking about.
I mean, I think it was pretty faithful to Mario. Just the story wasn't that great.
Now, what
So-
about the TV show?
If that,
The TV show.
well, which
Which
one?
one? There's
Yeah.
there's three. So there's
Make
one
sure you
based
clean
on.
your foreskin, Luigi.
That one. That one's my favorite.
Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, let's do the Mario.
I had a DVD with Mario Brothers 3, the TV show, and the first episode was the episode where they go to World 4, the one where everyone's giant in Mario
Oh.
3, and yeah, that was cool. And I remember it played the music from the game. It's like that was nice.
Yeah, actually, I
That's
saw.
the only thing I can say
That's
about
the
that
only
show.
thing.
Actually, I just saw a video today of someone dubbing over Mario. And Mario and Luigi in the animated show, they spot Slender Man,
Mhm.
Slender Woman, giving each other head in the bush. He's like, Luigi, I wish I can get fellatio like that, Luigi. Just,
Oh God.
We've been past 10 minutes.
Okay,
Robert.
Yes, we have been.
oh yeah,
We've been-
I wish I can get a cocksucking like that,
oh
Luigi.
my god.
No, we're clean. Don't worry.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So
the-
Brian, how do you feel about the Sonic movie adaptation? Do you think it
Ooh.
was well? Like,
Ooh.
so, but before I go to that,
Wait, we didn't
Do you-
talk about the 3 shows that
Oh
he
my
asked.
God.
No,
You're getting too far
Moving
ahead
on.
of
we're
yourself.
moving
trying to
on. We're
stall.
moving on. We're moving on. Based
Moving on. We didn't
We're
even
moving
talk
on.
about
But based on
I heard enough about cocksucking. Let's move
yeah, we're
on.
based on this is turning into a Mario podcast. Based on its adaptation from console to movie screen, do you think it was good?
Just say yes so we can move on to
Yes.
Sonic.
You
please.
want to move that? You want to move on that? Yes, it was a good
All right,
adaptation.
so
We
we're
got
gonna
like
move
30
on now.
topics.
Yes.
Wow.
We got more topics to talk about.
Brian, Sonic,
Oh,
it's your moment to shine.
The second it's something they don't know about. Oh, let's move on, guys. I guarantee you, as soon as we get to Halo, this guy over here is gonna be creaming his
No,
jeans.
it's only
like,
gonna
Oh
be
yeah, I know
Sean.
he's gonna hate
it's
on
like
the
I
Halo
know we're at the
show.
2-hour mark, guys. We could just go a little
Listen,
longer.
listen.
2 hours.
I'm
my
gonna save
God.
myself for that because I have some thoughts.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Just don't stand up.
I'm looking forward to
'cause
that.
You're gonna be
Well,
out of frame.
I'm not gonna stand up.
Okay.
We're sitting down. I'm relaxing. Go ahead, Brian. Talk
Oh,
about
we
it.
should have set up a third camera as like the yelling camera. You just
Yeah.
stand in the middle and
Get like a
Just that
podium.
extreme close up camera.
yeah.
I like that. Sonic 1 is fine. Jesus Christ.
Do you think it was a
It
good
makes you sick, evidently. Sonic 1 is okay. Because, I mean, obviously, everyone talks about that movie in relation to, like, the redesign, because the original design, the original Sonic design sucked. We
It really
redesigned
did.
it.
It had teeth.
Oh, yeah.
It was
I
really bad.
I didn't like it either, but I
It didn't even have shoes. It was running barefoot.
Was
No,
he?
he
Yeah.
had shoes.
I don't remember
He just
him
didn't
not
have
having
gloves.
shoes.
Oh yeah, he had
Oh, he
white
needs
hands.
gloves.
Yeah, it looks
He didn't
really
really ever pick anything up.
He looks like he's a
besides
biter
rings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will say I much prefer the new
because he
Sonic
looks like
design.
actual
Yeah, 'cause he's
Sonic.
actual
Yeah.
Sonic.
Yeah, I agree. That's
Like take some creative liberties and make it an actual the Sonic.
Mhm. Sonic 1 as a movie though is like whatever. To me it like hearing the plot when the movie was like in circulation, it was just like, oh, it's just Sonic in the real world. It's just like one of those. You remember Hop, where it's like, hey, it's James Marsden. Oh, appropriate.
Also,
James
he's in
Marsden.
both movies.
Yeah,
He's in both
it's James
movies.
Marsden interacting with the rabbit, and like it's like, what if Rabbit was in the real world? Because we don't want to fully animate this because we have
It's
we have
just
a low budget.
We
Just
have
the
no money,
slow,
Brian.
slow mental breakdown of James Marsden. He's just
He just hangs out with all these
It's
cartoon
actually a
animals.
documentary
He's
about
stuck
his
in these
slow mental
roles.
illness.
He's stuck in these roles where he just drives with an animated character
In a
talking
truck.
to nobody.
Yeah.
In a truck too. Yeah.
Yeah, because Sonic 1 is literally just like, it's a road trip movie. You can literally swap him out with any other character and it wouldn't change that much. I like.
What character do you swap it out for?
Oh,
The alien?
yeah, the
The alien.
Xenomorph.
Xenomorph.
I'd
the
swap him out
Noid.
personally with Big Boss.
I'd switch him with the Noid, the Domino's Noid.
Avoid the Noid.
Yeah, that guy.
Wasn't that a campaign from like the 90s?
Why was he like? Did he have like a scandal about him?
No.
Did the Noid do something?
Avoid the Avoid the Noid is caught with 16 pounds of
What
Colombian
did he
Bam
do?
Bam.
Jim Carrey is entertaining as Eggman or Robotnik. Same, whatever floats your boat in
Dr. Eggman.
the movie.
He's retiring.
Exactly.
I think he's got one.
After-
I think after Sonic 3.
Yeah, no, after
I
the
think he was
Sonic
under
films.
contract to do like 3 movies, and then
Yeah.
after that he's like done.
Yeah, no,
At least for a
exactly.
while. I don't want Jim Carrey to be done yet.
Well, he's had a long career, but we're not here to talk about that.
Yeah, but please don't stop being in movies, Jim Carrey. You're amazing. Sonic 2, I think, is a little bit more of what I'm personally looking forward to in a Sonic movie. I mean, it's still got like the human bullshit. I really like the wedding. I really cared about the wedding.
We got 1 more minute.
Okay.
Well, why don't we pivot?
You can't
What-
stifle his creativity.
We've
Oh,
been
we
talking
got,
Hold on, I'm almost done here. I'm
we
almost
got a
done here.
wristwatch on you right now.
I'm almost done
All
here.
right, fine. Keep talking.
It has a little. It is some more set pieces.
Sadie.
Sadie's playing with
She
a
brought a
toy in
spring.
this
God damn it.
very loud wood floor.
She brought a toy.
She doesn't want me
Oh,
to
she's
talk
gonna
about
kick it.
Sonic.
She's like,
anymore.
"You're done.
It has.
Talk
more
about the
s-
Knuckles show. I prefer it."
Oh yeah, I got to talk about the Knuckles show. I still
Keep
haven't
going.
seen that. I haven't seen
Pivot
that.
over to the Knuckles show.
I haven't seen that. But I will say, everyone has been really clamoring on like Twitter to talk. Like, it was like, give us a trailer for the Sonic movie 3, and I'm like, it's not going to be the most amazing thing in the world.
You just want to see Keanu Reeves.
I don't really care. I don't know. I'm really not in any hurry to see it, and I'm a Sonic fan, so.
You say you don't care, but then like.
I mean, I'll see it. I'm just like, I'm not in any hurry.
I got
to
4
see it.
tickets for all of us.
This is Brian. Whenever there's a new Sonic game being announced, I'm not gonna get it. Like 3 weeks out, I'm still not gonna get it. The week the game comes out, guys, I bought it.
Guys, I bought it.
It's on sale. What can I say?
I was disappointed,
Superstars was on sale. What can I say?
but
I would put him in the good category. to
Good
wrap up my
category?
feelings
Good.
on those. I have not
Alright.
seen the Knuckles show, so I can't say anything about that. But everybody else hated it, so I also hate it.
okay. So De
Okay.
Janeiro, what do you got? You want to talk about?
What's on the list?
There is
We
Mortal
spent
Kombat.
a whole night
Yeah,
talking.
we covered the Knuckles and Sonic.
Yeah.
And all that, and Last of Us, Borderlands movie. There's Fallout, Mortal Kombat, Uncharted, Five Nights at Freddy's, Need
No, 5 Nights at Freddy's. Talk about that.
Gran
Five
Turismo,
Nights at
Max Payne,
Freddy's.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, we can talk about Assassin's Creed.
All right,
It's garbage.
garbage.
It has
Cool.
Michael Fassbender in it, and it's actually not that terrible.
Michael Fassbender's a great actor.
No, he's a
He
good
is a great
actor. He
actor.
just gets the wrong roles.
Yeah, he that's
Sometimes.
the thing. He picks his movies by dartboard.
The titles themselves have gone downhill in recent years. They're gonna go to Japan now.
Wasn't there a bit of controversy about that?
Yes, because they
Like
said
most things, Assassin's Creed.
because it recently came out that Yusuke, which is a historical figure, also known, well, the little bit of background, Yusuke is a black samurai that was sold to the Japanese from the Dutch when they were trading back in like the 15 or
Doing the
1600s.
slave trade.
Yeah. And he's a main character.
Okay.
And evidence has recently come out stating like, oh, he maybe wasn't actually a samurai.
Oh.
He was actually just a servant for the house
Okay.
that he was under. And a lot of historical figures have like since come forward and discredited one. Shut.
Sadie's like, actually,
Oh
he
my
was a
God.
samurai.
I was there.
Yeah. Come here.
Oh yeah. But yeah, basically that was the whole thing, and they sent out like a response, basically saying like, we don't care.
You go, yeah.
We're already more than halfway through development. We're not going to
It's like, what
switch
can
our
we do about
shit.
that?
We are $3 billion into this game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Speaking of which, new Grand Theft Auto cost $200 billion.
No, it was $2 billion.
What?
It was $2 billion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna
it's
say,
five.
that's
It was
like-
200 million. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got
It's like
two.
more than the
That-
U.S. government has.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, Rockstar Games has the money to make the games.
Oh, sure.
It's just
They've been banking on GTA 5 for years.
They've wanted to
Oh,
develop
yeah.
a movie on that forever, but they're not going to.
No, because that's just
Too
Fast and the
complicated.
Furious.
Well, it's Fast and Furious and then Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because GTA has a lot of inspirations.
Well,
and-
it's just a heist film. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just a heist film.
yeah, so it's like
The
what-
three
what can
major
you
things
really do
in
about it?
GTA are the heists. So
And that's kind of the appeal to like GTA is like, I mean, some sandbox like elements. You know, you can go around, you can commit crimes.
get a
juries out on.
prostitute.
Yeah, exactly. You can do
You
that.
go to a strip club.
Yeah, it's like making a Minecraft movie, which they're making
They
a
are making
Minecraft movie.
That's a good segue to
Isn't it Jack
Minecraft.
Black in it?
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Is he Hero Brian?
No, I think he's actually Steve.
Oh, okay.
Is
Is he live
Hero
action?
I
Brian
saw
in
the
that?
synopsis, and it's like it's like the Jumanji movie where they go into a video game.
Oh, okay.
And then they're trying to get out.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I didn't think they released anything on that yet.
Well, there was a bunch of leaked images, and people were like, "Nah, this is fake." And then the studio took them down. It's like, "Oh, those were actually real."
Oh, okay. I see. So that
So-
confirmed it. Who's making it?
I don't feel no fucking idea.
Okay.
Mo-
It feels like it was filmed in a weekend and
Mojang,
then they were done.
They're making the
Yeah,
taking upon
they're just
themselves.
making it with in-game assets.
Oh, I swear to God, Sadie, you better not fucking touch that tripod.
This is why we needed Sadie Cam.
We don't have a track cam.
We just get a little RC car.
Yeah.
Put a GoPro on it. Just follow her around.
Exactly.
So, to circle back to the Assassin's Creed movie.
Basically, Assassin's Creed movie. There was nothing historical about it. Anything. I mean, it was during the Spanish Inquisition, which is an interesting time period. But it was just them running on roofs and then killing like 3 people, and then moving a ball around, and then that was it.
I'm moving
And
the ball around like
and the
Sadie in the
system-
background.
The system they used in that was completely different.
Yeah, it
than
was
the
completely
games, right?
different. There was a crane animus.
Yeah.
Because how do they connect, Brian? You've never played their games, but basically, they connect via DNA.
Mhm.
Before it had to be a direct ancestor, but there was a recent iOS update, so they just need the blood,
Oh, okay.
and then they can go into whoever's
Is
memory
that
they
canon?
want.
They were waiting on an iOS update.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
iOS update 15.
yeah.
It's like Alien
So
Resurrection.
yeah,
they were like,
basically,
15.35.
It was like Alien Resurrection. They were like, the company was bought up by Walmart.
Oh, that's the extended edition.
the cream puff man's gonna show up in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Long story short, yeah, the assassins and win, the Templars lose again, and they're standing on rooftops. It's bad.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that they made the Assassin's Creed movie.
Everyone did. That's
Including
why.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, even Michael.
Please forget this. I'm gonna go make X-Men Apocalypse.
I'm gonna make Alien Covenant now.
Oh,
Oh no.
okay, wait. Quick aside. I told you guys yesterday I saw a certain movie a few nights ago that was really. I'm gonna say what it is in a second.
Is there like a cage? What did
Caged
this pick
by.
up?
I don't know what she's looking
That's
for.
some of yours, Town.
She really
It's
wants
not.
attention.
It's a toy spring.
It's a spring.
It's about the drunk cat.
Interrupting our podcast.
What was the movie you watched?
I watched Dark Phoenix. And you know how you said a few weeks ago,
Don't
you're
do
like,
that to
don't
yourself."
watch that movie. I watched that movie.
Yep, you did.
It was one of those movies that, like, you ever watch a movie and you're like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was, and then it's over and you're like, oh wait,
This was just as bad as I thought.
no,
it was.
no, and then it's like, and then it ends and you're just like, oh, I hated that.
Is
Or-
that a video game movie?
It's not.
Yeah, no.
There's X-Men video games.
Name one.
X-Men, the Clone Wars.
I can name one.
There is an X-Men movie
I
game
can
called The
name it.
Clone Wars.
Isn't it X-Men Ultimate Alliance or is that
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Marvel?
No,
Ultimate Alliance,
Marvel.
that's it. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a good segue for
There's-
Lego Star
Are they
Wars.
making a Lego Star Wars movie?
Well, they made like
Star Wars is a movie.
Star Wars was a
Well, that's
movie.
not
Then they
necessarily
made
Oh, that's
Lego
right.
Star
It's the
Wars
opposite.
spin-off.
Oh,
But
you're
now
right.
That'll be a
they're
different.
making
That'll be a different
spin-offs
podcast
Yeah.
episode.
of Lego
Okay.
Star Wars.
That's
the
where we
video
just play
game,
Lego
as
Star
TV
Wars.
shows and movie
This
specials.
is too much to comprehend.
So what did you? What category would you think?
I
you
said
would
it was
put that in?
bad.
Bad. Okay, I didn't hear that part. Sorry. All right. Do either of you have anything other on the list here that you want to talk about? There's Detective Pikachu, Prince of Persia.
Detective Pikachu. The thing I remember about that movie is all the designs were uniquely ugly, and I love it.
They were realism.
Well, I mean, like I've even like over the years seen the Pokemon cards, and I'll just like, oh, that's a Detective Pikachu one. This one's it's just too goddamn ugly, like a Jigglypuff or, I think Ryan Reynolds, he voices Pikachu,
He does.
and there was actually a twist at the end. Spoilers for anyone.
Does he
who's
become
watching.
Ryan Reynolds at the end? Like,
Yeah, he does
physically?
become
Well,
Ryan
he's
Reynolds.
Didn't
he's-
even get the spoiler warning out yet, Brian.
Who cares? The movie
Ryan-
is mediocre.
Ryan movie.
You didn't even watch it.
Ryan Reynolds is the dad that's missing.
We had
Of
to
course.
alienate
Yeah,
the
well, I
audience.
figured because Ryan Reynolds would want to show up physically.
That's in his contract.
Oh, well,
He
yeah,
has to show up for 5 minutes.
he wouldn't
Well,
just
how-
do the voice.
What else do you have to say about that?
Now is it faithful to Pokemon as a whole? The story, yeah. I mean, the game, it doesn't feel
There's a
as fun as the games, not like
Yeah.
how I felt about Mario, where I'm like, oh yeah, this feels so Nintendo, and then you're watching Detective Pikachu, I'm like,
There's a
I
Detective
don't know if I
Pikachu
get
game,
the
right?
exact Pokemon feel from this movie. Walking, I don't feel like, oh, I want to go out and catch a Pidgey after this.
Well,
but-
isn't there a Detective Pikachu?
There are
game? Speak for
Pikachu
yourself.
games. Yeah, Detective Pikachu games.
Yes, there are Detective Pikachu games.
Okay.
I am personally not aware of how close they are to the game.
Not at all.
Oh,
No?
okay, cool.
No, the new one that
Yeah.
came out, I hear, is absolutely abysmal. It's like made for babies.
No, the movie
Yeah.
adaptation.
I think you would like it, Brian.
What?
How close the
Life is
movie
my baby.
adaptation is to the game?
I said
Yeah, I think
not
you
at
would,
all.
you would
Oh,
cry.
okay.
No.
I thought you were talking about like the new games are not
Sucker
good.
droid
and that's
count.
Well, that too.
Okay.
But they're not connected.
You're just covering both ends. I got
It's just Detective Pikachu. It's
So
a
then-
Pikachu under the fedora.
Pikachu.
He just doesn't say milady.
Blue. So then where would you put that at?
Oh, he doesn't even have a fedora in the movie.
I'd put it in the middle. I mean, it was like Mario, just an average,
Mhm.
average movie. Not anything too special, except for
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds being like, "Hey guys, I'm the guy from Pokemon."
Hey, it's
Pikachu."
me, Deadpool. What are you doing?
He's
I
a
love
very
Ryan
Italian
Reynolds.
man.
I hope Ryan
So-
Reynolds is in every movie.
So, Town, I know you're also a Mortal Kombat fan.
No. That's I don't know where you got that.
God.
I don't
You
know
have
where-
the
I don't
new
know where you got
Mortal
that
Kombat.
information from.
You have the new
Um,
Mortal Kombat, don't you?
Yeah.
No. What are you talking about?
You love Mortal
I didn't spend
Kombat.
$70 on that garbage.
Have you seen the original Mortal Kombat movie and then the new one?
I know of the song Mortal Kombat.
This podcast has been copyright
Yeah.
struck.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we couldn't include the actual song, so we have
Acapella.
yeah.
Acapella. Oh, God. I don't
But yeah,
think
I'm gonna rate these movies, even though I've never seen them. They're the best of all time. Mortal Kombat movies.
if the
Oh, you
quality
never
of the
saw the new
games
one either?
mean anything.
Sub Zero's ice cold in this one.
I would hope so. It's in his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the movies. I mean, I play the games.
Okay. I thought you saw the movie.
No.
He never
saw
said that.
I thought he did.
You're putting words in his mouth, man.
I could have swore he saw the movie when it came out like a long time
This
ago.
whole episode
No.
has just
No,
been
I think
like,
what you're
you
thinking
see
of.
that movie?
No, I
it
didn't.
sucks.
What you're
Yeah,
thinking of,
it
Sean, is
was.
me playing the campaign of Mortal Kombat 1, of which they do an event. A spoiler for the game, I guess. They do like an Avengers Endgame portals at the end.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where there's like a bunch of like different.
They fight
people
on like
come at the
a
end.
single pyramid for some reason, which is the center of the multiverse or whatever. By the way, it's about it. The whole game is about the multiverse,
Ugh.
which already everyone is done with.
Yeah.
But
I say bring it on even more.
Just
Grind it to
you
dust.
forgot to mention the best part is when they're fighting a grandma.
Oh
What?
yeah. They grandma gets RKO'd, I think. If I remember.
She gets flipped over a
Well-
balcony and dies.
I have seen the original Mortal Kombat movie because my brother loved Mortal Kombat and the movie and the games. It's not good. No. So I'm gonna put it in the bad category. It's just
Paul W.S. Anderson.
I-
All the
Way
jank.
to tell us how you really feel.
well, I mean, like it's not very faithful to the games, and
Do they fight?
they do, but not
and we're
like
good.
not like there's no. They're like, oh, it's a tournament, yet like they're just fighting it like random. It feels a lot like the Street Fighter movie, where it's not really. It doesn't make much sense for the plot. It's just like, oh, let's just adapt this. It was very much early like 90s. Let's adapt a video game movie from an arcade machine.
That's the thing. Again, they're very minimal plots. I mean, Mortal Kombat has some pretty deep lore.
Later ones,
Yeah,
This
later.
was this one came out in the 90s. So this
Yeah.
was one that was like
This-
still just the
Mortal
This
Kombat
was around the
standard
height of the
machine.
popularity where they're just like, we're gonna make a movie
Yep.
about this.
yep.
The
So,
80s, those crappy video game movies. 80s and 90s, and then they skipped 20
Why wasn't there
years.
ever a Pong movie?
I'm sure
I don't
there'll
know, I
be
think you
one.
can buy the rights.
I'm just saying.
You want to buy the rights of Pong?
I'm just saying.
I
I
think
mean,
it's
like,
owned by Atari, which already is bankrupt.
nobody's even bothered.
No, they're not. They're in Blade Runner 2049. They're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh
they're
yeah,
doing fine.
I forgot. Okay.
They got a
Um,
big billboard. Big
There,
globe.
there should be an adventure movie. The Atari's Adventure.
I thought they made one of those.
No.
No.
There's
How
an entire
dare
genre called the adventure film.
No, a movie just called Adventure.
What's it gonna be?
It's about the game is about a square holding a triangle and also holding a magnet, which also has the ability to
Oh.
magnetize. No, and there's also a bat that can pick up objects as well as the decomposing corpses of dragons.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
already see Tom Holland.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
I
like,
can
you
see
know
how
what?
that
I was
pitch meeting
thinking.
would go in Hollywood.
yeah.
I was thinking about the ending of Ready Player One, where they have to beat Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
Oh,
oh no,
yeah.
you actually go backwards. Spoilers. You go backwards, and that's how you get the key
Wow.
to the city. Congratulations, now you own the game. She was like, I love that movie.
I love Firepower. Oh,
Can I help you,
What?
Sadie over there?
Yeah.
She's being
We're
very dramatic.
talking
She's
here.
being very dramatic with her thumbs.
Uh
Hey, get over here.
huh. Screaming.
Don't
So-
beckon the cat.
Come here, come on.
She wasn't interrupting us, and now you've locked eyes with her.
So we did just cover Mortal Kombat a little bit. So I'm gonna put it in the bad column because at least the original one. I have not yet seen the new one. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I think the design of a lot of the characters looks fantastic, but in terms of storyline, I can't discuss that unfortunately.
What else we have?
I got something.
We talked
I got
about Street
something.
Fighter.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
something.
The Witcher.
Oh yeah, we can
I got something
you can
too.
go, Brian.
Alex and I will disagree on this. Castlevania, the Netflix show. I don't like that show. I think this is one of the first things that you, and I
don't
argued
like the
about.
show?
I
I don't. I like the first one, not the second.
I
one.
don't
That's
like the first
surprising,
one.
Brian not liking something.
Fuck off.
From what I remember, I liked season 1 and 2.
My thing was just like, I mean, ignoring just the whole events of like the show and how accurate they are to the bless you.
Bless you.
Wow. Oh,
Luckily I
yeah,
muted before
professional,
Wow.
professional over here.
I mean, ignoring the fact that it's like whatever, if it's accurate to like the games or whatever. Like the second season of Castlevania is like, it's just like, well, there are like two subplots and they don't really feel like they coexist with each other. I know they don't feel like they coexist with each
They're
other
very
in
much
any
agreement.
sort of way. This episode has gone so off the rails.
No, it has.
No, we're
It really
fine.
has.
It's you just
Perfectly
talking a lot
fine.
about one particular subject.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to add on to the subject of like, what are some video game adaptations? What do you think?
I thought the whipping action was fun.
Hey,
And
there was
I
the
like-
whipping and the
I
vampires.
like the first season how they were referencing the third Castlevania game a lot because that one's a good game.
I agree.
Yeah, and I thought it was
I just didn't
it
like
was
whenever
short, but
they.
it was pretty good.
I didn't like whenever they cut back to the vampire court. I was just like, oh, can we get back to the
So?
characters that we established in the first season?
Why do you hate the court so much? Give me
Well,
your
because we
opinion.
established these characters in the first season, and it's just
Well,
like,
what if their
here's
storyline was done?
Here's an entirely new cast that has nothing to do with.
They've done that before in TV
They-
shows.
they
and
showed
movies.
that in the
Characters
first
in a
season.
new season.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Oh,
They showed the court.
Oh, you're putting words in my mouth here. Okay.
Brian, they showed. Which court are you talking about? Like the first court where like they're at war with the humans, or the
Yes.
second one?
The Supreme Court.
Yeah, that one. We're getting
Truly,
political.
they
A
would
bunch of
get a-
vampires.
yeah, a bunch of vampires sucking America dry.
Can we not get political, guys?
Welcome. We're actually shifting gears into a political episode.
Oh, no.
That's right,
We're talking about the
guys.
state of the economy.
I was
It's
just-
bad.
I was just watching Castlevania and Nancy Pelosi showed up.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to do.
Oh,
No,
but-
it's just the fact that season one was all about building up. And season one was like 4 episodes long or something like that.
Yeah, it was very short.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, we're going to have a big old Castlevania adventure. And then they just kind of go to this one castle and they don't really do that much. They just hang around and then they're like,
Yeah,
oh, we
'cause-
summoned Dracula's
It's
castle.
like the game. They go to a castle.
Yeah, but they go all over the place
They
in
go-
Castlevania 3.
boy, it's
a fun
adventure to
adventure!
Oh, Brian.
Oh, look at all these rooms!
us in the castle, Brian.
This is very much a Brian says his opinion, and it's like, well, I know you are one of mine.
Exactly. That's like that. That's like our last episode when we had the argument, and I was like, "We're moving on." You're like, "Fine, I win." That's not how that works, dude.
I didn't
Well,
say
to
I
be-
won.
to
I'm
be-
That
just...
you did. Well, we will go to
No,
the tape.
here. I didn't say
To
that.
be fair,
here.
Sean, you gave up, so he did win.
No, I did not give up. We did not. The argument was over with. I hate both of you.
Yeah.
You're off the podcast, bro.
Ah,
Oh,
fuck.
God.
That's what you get for interrupting Mario time.
Okay,
So
what is
Castlevania.
anything else with Castlevania or
Not really. I mean,
I think I saw a gargoyle kill a baby in that episode,
Kill a
in one of the episodes.
The show
first season.
The show didn't have Grant from the third game.
Grant?
Who gives a shit about Grant?
I don't give a shit about Grant. He could change his direction in midair, and in the Japanese version, he could throw knives.
We've had
This
this
is
conversation
Europe.
before.
Medieval Europe, Brian.
Yeah.
We've talked about this exact thing before. Like
Now
a
you're
month or two ago.
nitpicking.
You're being very nitpicky. But you do that. You're like, oh, overall it's great, but I'm gonna pick this one little thing that
I'm mostly
which makes me
joking.
hate it.
I'm mostly joking about the Grant thing. I'm just saying in regards to the show. I'm just
Now he's backpedaling, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying in regards to the
Do you
show.
not
I'm
like Dracula being depressed that his wife died?
It's kind of out of character from his appearance in the first season when he was like, "I'm gonna destroy everything," and the second
was
one he's
a man
like, "I'm real
grieving.
sad."
Well, yeah, he's
No,
an actual character.
he was-
instead of
it's
just like,
character
oh, I'm a
arc.
big bad guy.
He
He
was
has some
angry
emotional weight to him now.
Brian, do you not like character development?
No, God no.
Okay.
because Brian he went to war.
That's why I'm not changing this whole podcast.
Oh, God.
If they're not
Oh,
Eggman,
God.
they're just like, oh, I'm a goofy guy who wants to do goofy things. And it's
Hey,
like,
look at
I'm
me! I'm gonna
round.
take all the blood from the humans.
yeah, you
I'm
want
Dracula.
Dracula to be like, oh, I'm Pingus. You gotta do this.
I
Hey, this snickerdoodle, take his
I
blood.
just want Dracula to fly around in a giant
You know what?
floating
I think I've said this before.
Giant floating eyeball.
egg,
I think I've-
Egg.
like Eggman does.
I think I've said this before, but our podcast is just like an ADHD brain internal.
That's
monologue.
what I was
That's
gonna
literally
say.
what this is.
No, there were multiple
Oh,
parts of this episode where your side was having one conversation and this side was having another conversation.
But
So if you made it this
so
far,
how would you rate it then? Would you put it in good, bad, or ugly category?
I would
I'd
put it
put
in
it
bad.
in good.
It's good.
Okay, you put it in
Well,
bad.
I put it in bad.
Wow.
Don't worry. After the camera's cut, I'm gonna give him a swirly. In
First
the
season's-
back room.
First season I would give good, but bad the rest of the series. And I have not seen the Nocturne show yet.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
You don't
neither
need to
have
see
I.
a nocturne.
Well, I
Alright,
haven't seen
so-
season 3 of the first show.
So speaking of spooky, scary stuff, Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher. What's his name's in it? Cavill.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his first name.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. Okay.
Superman.
Superman. Yeah.
Superman. He's an Italian Superman. He delivers
Hey,
pizza.
Superman.
He delivers pizzas
Oh,
faster than a bullet. 30 minutes or less.
It's
they'll
like
be hot and ready.
Spider-Man delivering
That's
pizza.
what I was gonna say. That should be it. If they ever make another Superman game, they should have him deliver pizzas.
You mean Spider-Man.
No, Superman.
Spider-Man delivered pizzas.
But I want Superman to do it
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Okay. Well, anyway, it was in the beginning. It was decent because they were following directly from the books.
Yeah.
But then
They adapted it well there.
yeah, but then there were creative differences and they just weren't respecting the source material,
And Henry
which
Cavill
is
left.
the big red flag, and that's why Henry Cavill left. Yeah, and then Liam Hemsworth took over.
Did they shoot that already? Is that out?
There are images.
Yeah, I think it's coming out very soon. Because I mean, I'm a little disappointed that they didn't even make it to Witcher 3. Because that's Witcher
Wild
1 and
Hunt.
2, all right, but it was Witcher 3 where CD Projekt Red just popped off. That's the
Mhm.
publisher,
Mhm.
and won Game of the Year, and like it was basically the Baldur's Gate of 2015.
And you wanted to see Henry Cavill with a beard.
Yeah, he would look so much better with the beard.
Well, let's watch Deadpool and Wolverine again. You get to see him with a beard.
No,
Okay.
he showed up for like 1 hour, and that was it.
1 hour.
Yeah.
He was in it for like maybe 35 seconds.
Yeah, you know how long it takes for him to get a makeup?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant in the actual film.
No.
He was on screen for an
1
hour.
hour.
What did you
Like,
watch?
wait, we have
Oh
very
my
different
God.
concepts of time.
I'm thinking it from a studio perspective. It's like, okay, we're gonna have this. We're gonna have this cameo come in for an hour.
Just
all right, you shoot it.
$110,000.
Yeah.
Say the funny line.
Do the roar.
Yeah, there are.
Come on, Brian. Do the roar.
But was the
Holy
game
shit! I peaked my mic a lot.
was the TV show faithful to the game?
For now, maybe. I'll say it's a bad.
Maybe.
I'll say it's ugly.
It's an ugly adaptation.
I'll say it's
Yeah.
ugly because it's just mixing up a
So
bunch
like
of
they
stuff.
they're cherry picking.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay. Well, have you seen what not Henry Cavill, Liam Hemsworth looks like now as the Witcher?
He still doesn't have a beard.
He's very Team You.
Yeah.
When you order him off, your Witcher off a Team You or
Yeah.
was it Wish.
Wish.com.
Wish.com.
You want to go Wish.com, get your
We'll see how he does. It's probably not going to be as good.
Probably not. It's not going to be good until they get to like the Witcher 3 era, which doesn't take place till like 50 years later or 20 years down the line. But yeah, it's just that.
So one thing that we all watched together, not too long ago, was Five Nights at Freddy's. And Brian's face immediately changed. He went from like, "Oh, I'm enjoying my time," to "I would like to not be here
I
anymore."
would like to leave, please.
I think I showed up late for that one.
Did you?
I think
I think I
did.
missed the beginning of that movie.
It's fine. So
I don't know who
Freddy
Markiplier
is.
wasn't in it, so I
what
didn't
do we
really care.
collectively think about that particular adaptation?
I mean, that's the thing. I don't really have a whole. I know nothing about the game, and you guys wanted to watch the movie so badly. I have no idea why.
Well, it wasn't just us. I took it to a vote, and a majority of you wanted to watch the movie, so I just put it on.
It was Halloween time. We were doing spooky movies.
It was fine.
Yeah, but I usually
was
see
whatever.
It was
like
fine.
That game that like 12-year-olds used to play, and then we're like,
Hey, that 12-year-old game.
You really hated it, didn't you?
Five Nights
no,
at
I
Freddy's.
didn't hate it. I'm talking about the video game. It's like
The franchise just turned 10.
Duh.
It's
What
10 years
happened?
old.
Wow.
How did we get here? I know
Pain
what it
and
feels like to be
suffering.
Sean now.
What?
Because old.
Oh, okay.
Because old.
So I'd be like, wait a second. I'm older than everyone here, so I'm the resident old man.
I think it was okay.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it there because,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I share the same opinion. I think it was okay.
It's a very strong adaptation, but it's not a very good horror
It was
film.
missing one
It
thing, and
looked-
it was Markiplier.
It looked nice. It looked like, from terms of like set design and the design of the animatronics, I think they stayed relatively faithful to the source material. So I think that part would be good. But overall, okay.
PG-13 horror films have kind of been notorious for like lacking. Bless you.
Muted myself. Way to
okay.
make
got
it
a
at
coal
my...
miner's cough.
God.
You got the black
He was
lung.
working down in the mines all day yesterday. What can you say?
The children urine for the mine.
PG-13 horror movies are just not that scary to me. Like I don't think
I wonder
there
why.
are a lot of them are because they're holding back. Like
Like you're what, 24?
well, I'm just saying
Old.
they're held back a lot by they have to have
They
limitations.
left you over 10 years ago.
And that's kind of the thing is that Five Nights at Freddy's is like, oh, it can't really be that scary because then we can't market it to like a
We can't have children watching this movie.
Yeah, we can't
We
have
shouldn't be
children-
playing the game.
we can't have children watching a movie about this violent video game series. I don't know. It's just
Where
like,
children are being killed in the game.
No, they were already dead.
Oh, were they? Oh,
Yeah.
Whatever.
did anyone
Ripped
die in the movie? Oh, I guess
apart.
they had like a group
I
of.
always come back.
There was like a
Yeah.
subplot of like people trying to
There's
rob
the yellow bunny was a serial killer, and he
Right.
would kill the kids at the restaurant because it was
Mm-hmm.
like a Chuck E. Cheese, and stuff their bodies into the animatronics for some fucking reason.
because that was part of the game. You
Yeah,
had to-
like-
It's a
No,
psychopath.
That's how we hide them.
They Scooby Doo
Yeah.
us. Matthew Lillard came out in one of the suits and was like, "Hey guys."
It was like Zoink Scooby.
was he in the movie? Like he was in the beginning, and then he just showed up back at the end.
Yeah.
No, that
was
was
real.
him. Like
He
that's
was
how
the bad guy.
That's how he got his people.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was like, where'd he go for
He
the
kidnapped the
middle
main
portion of
character's
the movie?
brother and killed him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was a retired serial killer because he killed his 5 people. In
a retired serial killer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only gonna
Wait,
I'm
so,
only
like-
do 5 and then I'm done.
Only
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
You guys wouldn't believe the pension they gave him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
He's
say.
the kind of serial killer that's like, when you're like, I'm only gonna have 5 slices of pizza and then I'm done. And I'm gonna only kill 5 people. I'm good.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
you're
one
like,
more.
ah,
One
I'm
more good.
satiated.
What's
I'm feeling
one
a little
more?
peckish for
Little
murder.
peckish.
what's one more?
Well, but then it's
Do you
6,
think
and
about-
then he's
do
got to
you-
do 5 more.
Do you think serial killers ever go to like conferences or
Talking about
whatnot?
4 more.
Like they gotta.
Conferences?
Yeah, like when they
you
have
to do
like,
5 more.
hey, don't have a different conversation from us when we're trying to have a conversation. It was annoying before.
We'll mute our mics when that happens.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're actually tickling each other right now. You can't
Yeah.
hear them giggling.
God, every time they do
We're
it, it
kicking
just
our
makes
feet.
me
Yeah.
really
not changing
uncomfortable.
cameras.
Whatever.
So, what about serial killers at a conference?
you
Where
think
does
they ever
this
go to like
down?
conferences? Fuck you. You ever just try to play along with any of my bits?
Well, I literally said, continue.
Thank
Go
you for
henceforth.
Thank you for choosing the airport Hilton for your conference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think they ever like try to check in at the Hilton, and then they can't because they're too busy trying to think about killing the the person responsible for what's the name of the people?
A concierge?
Yeah.
Concierge.
I don't think so. I
Oh.
think that
Yeah, I
kind of
think-
person is not really roaming the streets.
I feel like
mean-
they need to meet up in like a podcaster's basement or something.
Oh God, Devin is revealing things about himself.
Is that going to be the end of this podcast? Is that someone just comes in and just kills us?
No, the end of the podcast is us reenacting the end of Caesar.
Oh.
But you're Caesar.
Oh, we just stabbed Brian 27 times.
Yeah, and then cover him in Caesar salad dressing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone ever tried to shoot you, Brian, I'd give him a big old kiss on the lips and I'd say,
Oh.
"Go ahead."
Oh.
No, it's
I
like-
thought you were going to say we're going to recreate the scene from Of Mice and Men, but I'm talking about Sonic instead of rabbits.
Oh yeah, I did have my Mice and Men adaptation from high school.
Oh yeah.
Ratchy, I got shot. The real bullets. And I
Wow.
found.
Oh, yeah, I think
So-
you showed us that, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I did show you guys.
Oh
that.
god.
Your head
yeah.
is so thick that the bullet. That's
Yeah.
not a comment on your intelligence or anything.
Well,
Why
I
don't?
mean, no, I mean, out of my group, I was like, the overweight doofus. So I'm like, I want this
damn.
role. I'll take it.
Which is why you hang out with us because we're all doofuses.
So why don't we talk about Need for Speed versus the Gran Turismo movie? One being good, the other one being bad.
I haven't.
I haven't seen any of those.
Okay.
I
This podcast is going great so far.
Would you expect me to watch both of them?
We
while
haven't
he's
watched
racing?
half of
Half
these.
of this
not-
episode has just been us being like, "You see that movie?"
I've never seen it.
No.
No.
Well, you
So
can
we're
talk
very
about it.
realistic. I
You can
haven't
talk.
seen either of those.
Why did you bring
Why
it up
not?
then?
Because we can still talk about them because the Need for Speed movie did really bad. It was
Okay.
not a good adaptation.
Breakdown.
That's just
They
what I've
drive
seen.
fast. The other one, they drive faster.
The
The
Alright,
other
let's
one, they
move
drive
Gran
fast
Turismo
on a
movie.
track.
Gran
That's the-
Turismo movie is not really necessarily an adaptation.
Hey, it's based on a live. It
Why did you just peek your microphone by putting it in your mouth?
was based on a real event.
Yeah, it was based on a real event. So there's that.
So it's not based on the video game. It's based on.
I guess not.
No, it's
now
not based
looking
on
back
video.
at it. I
Oh,
don't
then
think
that's
it
the
is.
worst video game movie of all time.
Fucking, it turned off, Brian.
Ah.
All right, so I will bring up two things: the Fallout TV series.
Oh yeah, I
and-
did actually watch that.
for one, and then we'll end it on Halo,
I'm
which
gonna be
is
here a while.
thankfully canceled. But what did you guys think about Fallout?
I watched the first episode.
I watched half of the first episode. No, I watched half of the season. I
Okay.
thought it was a good half of the
So
season.
you got to finish it.
Oh yeah.
You gotta finish it.
Maybe I will.
I saw
That was decent.
bits and pieces of everything.
I watched the entire thing.
Wow.
Ooh, aren't you?
Whoa,
I'm just
whoa,
saying-
whoa,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
I'm not saying that I'm
Okay.
better.
You ate your whole sandwich. Oh, clean plate club. Oh.
I do. I love being in the clean
Clean
plate.
plate. Oh, bitchy
clean
with
plate
Babish.
club.
Ooh.
Motherfuckers
I
can't
love
even
Baby
say
Babish.
clean
Don't
plate
say
club.
name in vain. That means a goddamn treasure.
I liked it. There were some things that were a little strange for me. The first episode, the first episode. I mean, you'll disagree with me, Sean. I think that's probably the weakest episode because it was a whole lot of setup.
I do disagree with that. I think that setup is necessary because the world of Fallout is extremely complicated.
That's
is
kind of the thing. Is
very
all of it is
complicated.
necessary, but I
Yeah.
don't feel like it was handled in the best way
I
possible.
think they did it really well. I think they adapted a very chaotic world into a 2-hour episode.
It's just 1 hour.
Is
I
it
think.
1 hour? I
Yeah.
thought it was longer.
No, well,
That would just be a movie.
But
at that
well,
point.
okay, whatever. They
It'd be a
adapted it really well
movie.
into that 60 to I guess 90-minute range for a premiere episode of a TV series. And I feel like they did a very good job of showing the world building, introducing you to the characters that were for the plot, and kind of giving you a hint as to what they're about and who they are as individuals. I think that was really adapted well.
very cool.
Thanks, Alex.
The nerd cast.
Yeah.
Being a
Our-
fan of the Fallout games, watching the first episode, I think it was pretty faithful
Mhm.
to the source material. Especially, it's got a pretty high budget, so that also helps.
Yeah.
With the
Amazon's back in the bill, baby.
Mhm.
with the landscapes and such.
Mhm.
I can't speak on it a whole lot, but I mean, because I watched the first episode, I mean,
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Oh,
You
you
know,
missed.
from,
Oh, you didn't even get to the guy fucking the chicken yet.
There's a
Man.
guy who
Oh,
fucks a chicken.
Why?
What?
Why'd you stop?
Wait,
he
which
was fucking
episode is
my
that?
Chickens.
Oh, it's for like probably either second. It's an
I think
early
it's
one.
the third episode.
Yeah, it's like
Because that's
Oh.
when he gets the power armor.
yeah.
Were you
Oh
sleeping
yeah,
during that?
no,
Were you-
yeah. I kind of forgot about
Because it was the doctor guy.
The doctor guy. He was getting
Oh,
harassed by
yeah.
someone, and
He was
then
getting beat up.
he
Oh,
came in on
yeah.
power armor and was like,
Look,
"Stop,
it's been a
Stop
bit.
citizen."
beating him up.
It's been a
But-
bit. I don't remember a lot
Yeah.
of that.
It's
shit.
all forgettable. Well,
But-
that's the thing about Fallout is like there's just a bunch of random events that happens
Wild
while you're on your
Imaginary-
journey.
Was it Wild Wasteland perk?
It can be,
Yeah.
but now they've just like made random events
Yeah.
happen.
But I think they took a lot of inspiration. It felt from Fallout New Vegas. It was very heavily inspired by that, which is the fan favorite for most of the fans of the Fallout games. Is that one is essentially like God, the end all be all. I mean, it's probably my favorite Fallout game, personally. But the character design of the Ghoul character played by Walton Goggins, I think, is really well done. He makes me like.
Yeah, he was the best part of the show.
Yeah, he absolutely was. He's a cowboy character,
Mm-hmm.
and that's typically what I make when I play Fallout New Vegas. Is the cowboy
just
character.
like a default cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for the Brotherhood of Steel.
They make them into massive assholes.
Yeah,
in the
they
TV
ma-
show.
They're not that big of assholes in the game, mind
Okay.
you.
Well,
They're also
the-
not very religious.
Well, I
The
think-
first two games they are kind of assholes.
Well,
With the
yes,
West Coast
but-
chapter, because there's different chapters of the Brotherhood of Steel.
I think my biggest problem, and I think this is mostly like a personal issue of like the first episode is, and I know this is going to be another Brian, what the fuck are you talking about moment,
Mhm.
but
We'll
like,
see.
yeah, yeah, we're getting there.
We're locking in.
Like my thing was, the episode like built up to the moment of who's the main character's name, Lucy.
Yeah.
Her leaving the vault,
vault.
and that we had that grand moment of we get to see the world and it's all like fucked up and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's weird because prior to that we also cut back and forth between the other character and the Brotherhood of Steel, and we're seeing other parts of the world already. So it's like,
Yeah.
well, you kind
Yeah,
of
but it's from her perspective.
oh sure, yeah,
That's what that's about. It's like each character has their own perspective on the world.
yeah.
Like the Ghoul, he's jaded and he's been alive for over 200 years.
But he doesn't remember all of it.
yeah.
I guess the thing. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to recapture his memory
Mhm.
Yeah,
because he lost his daughter
yeah.
and trying to find her.
And then Lucy is like young, idealistic, yada yada.
Oh, I like that
Been
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
And then you have was it not Maxon? What's his name?
Maximilian.
Maximus.
Maximus.
Maximus's character. He's a survivor. He's been in the wasteland for his whole life. He's grown up there, and he knows things like what to look for. Like there's an episode where they're crossing a bridge, and there's two other people, and he's like, give me your gun or whatever, and then some stuff goes down, and Lucy is like, but they're, we're being nice. We have our hands up, all this stuff, and it's all from their different perspective, and I think that was done really well.
Wrong, sir. No, I'm kidding.
It's like, wrong.
I get it. I just didn't really like the first episode that much. The rest of the season was, the rest of the first half of the season was good. I'll watch the rest of it eventually.
Okay.
When I get around to
better.
Brian, me and you can watch it. We can just snuggle up on the couch and
it. I would love that.
we can sip some hot cocoa. And
Oh wow, that's so
watch a
cool.
Fallout
Is it
show.
during Christmas time?
It's
Oh,
very
this
Christmas.
is- I like that.
You could wear matching
Roaring
onesies.
campfire.
We get to, be right
In the
next to the
middle of
campfire.
summer.
Where like
In the middle of summer.
We're gonna turn the heat up to 95.
got pretty chilly yesterday.
Yeah, it was a very fall-like day,
Yeah, no, we're getting to the intermittent period
and
of
I'm
the
so
year.
excited because I
I
love fall.
yeah, fall and
Can't wait
spring
to
are my
watch Chaos
favorite
again.
seasons.
Oh, I love the summer.
Well, okay, well I don't.
Get out.
Yeah, how dare you?
All
It's a
right.
garage
It's like
sale.
me and
This is
Brian
where I get my
agreeing
bread
on
and
something
butter.
weird.
Yeah,
And with that,
we gotta talk
I think
about
it's
Halo.
time for the conclusion
Halo.
of the Halo show.
Oh god.
All right, so everybody knows, at least in here, that I'm a big fan of the Halo franchise. I've been
Really?
Yes.
What's the main character's name?
Master Chief.
Jonathan
John-
Halo.
Jonathan
Spartan.
Halo.
Jonathan
he's-
Halo.
Stop! Don't do that. Come on.
Okay,
Don't do
Jesus,
that.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
God damn.
He got me a blanket for Christmas or my birthday. I can't remember which.
It says Jonathan.
That says
Halo.
Jonathan Halo on it with
Have
the
you
Master Chief.
have you used that at all?
Yes, I have.
Oh, great.
It's a very comfortable blanket.
Hey, yeah, get fucked.
Um,
I bet it's comfortable.
What'd you use it for? Wiping your ass.
Exactly.
Better be comfortable.
It is comfortable. It's a fleece blanket.
Yeah, that's right. Wear the blanket.
Oh my god, you're a psychopath.
Or continue.
So I've been a fan of them since they came out. It was the first game I ever got on my original Xbox. When I got that for Christmas when that first came out. And I remember playing that first one forever. And 2 and 3, those ones were just amazing games. And then they kind of trailed off with 4 and 5. But this show, oh boy, it's definitely going in the ugly category for me because
I don't think it's in a category. I
But
think it's
why?
just
it can just go into hell.
It's going to hell.
It's canceled, thank God for that. But
Canceled and
Why
the
was it
Acolyte
canceled?
and the Acolyte because it was bad.
Because
it was
both of them
really, really bad.
are really bad.
But
Like-
it was so good.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not.
You wanna
never
say that on
watched it.
camera?
Stop.
It was so good.
You never watched it.
You can't prove that. You can't.
It was
It's
so
really, really
good.
bad.
Do you remember when those scavengers were using AK-47s
Yeah,
in the year
AK-47s.
22 or
No, it's
20,
25,
2555?
It's 500 some odd years into the future.
What about them using a
Chevy
Toyota?
Suburban?
Yes, Chevy
They
Suburban.
have a
truck.
2003 Chevy Tahoe.
Wait, are there guns in this show?
Yes.
They're
I
guns.
couldn't remember.
I
if there
thought
was
this.
any shooting.
I thought Halo.
Anyway,
I thought Halo was about a single mother who lost her husband, and she sees him sometimes at night, and he has a halo around his
I
head.
hate you.
I thought that's what it was about.
No, you didn't.
I
You're
legit
doing a bit, and I hate you so much.
Okay,
Because
Captain No
you
Fun.
know,
I mean,
I
because
can't
you do this stuff
bits.
just because you know how to push my buttons.
You know
with
what I'm
this.
sensing here? I'm sensing someone that did their research and someone that
You don't know
Thanks
what
for
you're
watching.
talking about.
Oh my god.
The gaslighting
anyway-
begins.
anyway, So like throughout the entire series of Halo, the Master Chief has one thing. You've never seen his face. He never takes his helmet off. It's his character. And he shows emotion without necessarily having to see his face. In the end of the first episode, the dude takes his helmet off and he's like, "Look at my face." And
Well,
then
I'm sure it isn't the actor's fault. It's just the writer
No,
and director.
'cause I
we're not going
guarantee-
to blame.
that shit gets hot.
oh my god.
I'm sure it does, but we're not
No, it
blaming
doesn't.
the big.
Yeah, it does.
it does not.
No
It's got
blame
your-
on the
You ever
actors.
been in a Halo suit?
The
Jonathan?
Mjolnir armor? No, I have not. But it is cooled for the wearer to be comfortable.
Talk about the actor.
Oh, okay.
Talk about the actual actor.
I'm
How this
talking
got
about it from a
hot.
perspective of like in world
You're probably
stuff,
thinking,
not
like,
production.
Oh,
And they
the
have
thermal
fans.
cooling that's in the Halo unit. Like, no, the actor probably got hot and probably asked the writers, like, can I
No.
take this
The
goddamn
writers.
helmet?
I don't see
There
them
was no
complaining about it
director.
on The Mandalorian.
He did complain about it on The
No, he didn't.
Mandalorian.
Anyway,
He
Well,
did
it's
take
really,
his helmet off. at
Well,
some
you know
point.
what he did in
my
The Mandalorian?
God.
They filmed in front of a big old.
Hey,
TV
let
screen.
Sean talk about Halo.
I
Okay,
can't
let
wait
him.
for you to interrupt me, Brian.
No, I'm serious. I'll mute it. I'll mute my mic.
It doesn't matter if you mute it.
I think it's still green.
It's still
You have to hold.
You push the button twice.
All right.
Anyway, so it's just not. And the whole thing with that, I'm just waiting. The whole thing with
I'm
that,
not gonna say anything.
with the underlying thing is there's a massive war that's been going on for 20 or 30 years in
Wow.
the video game universe against the genocidal alien race. They barely mention it in the first couple episodes. It's like, oh yeah, it's just a little thing going
Oh,
on.
it's just a little skirmish.
There are
yeah.
billions of people dying every single day, and you're like, oh yeah, it's barely a thing. And then season
It's not even the
2
front page of news.
Oh yeah, and the Master Chief gets like completely naked and has a contentious relationship with Cortana.
I have no problem with that.
It's anyway, which he doesn't have in the games. In the games, he is very much in love with her. You know, it's implied or anyway. But they're a team, and it's just not good. Like he doesn't wear his armor for most of it. The first season and the second season he doesn't, and then the second season they introduce the Flood as basically regular zombies. And that's not what the Flood is, a parasitic organism.
Oh, there should be a Mario Sunshine movie. That would be good. Would you watch that?
Anyway, I'm gonna put that in the ugly column, and I'm glad it got canceled because it was not good at all.
That
Why did
and
it
Acolyte.
cancel? It sounded like it was doing
I
pretty
think
good.
I disagree. I think it's played a
Oh my God.
I think that's a really good show.
I think if there was a shelf that was high enough, like on top of my house, I put it on there.
I
You know,
hate you both.
How much it's above all of them. And
I thought Halo was about a guy who could see.
So this is the end of the episode.
I
We have reached that point in
We're gonna
time.
I thought it was
Cut
about
off.
a. Wait, I
Make
thought
sure to follow
Halo.
us on social media.
I thought Halo was about a guy who
No.
was approached by a ghost of
Can
a
you shut his
baseball
microphone
player
off, please?
who had to build
I
a
can't
baseball
reach.
field.
Are you talking about Field of Dreams, Brian? That's Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner.
I thought it was.
If
I
you
thought
build
that
it,
was
it will
Angels in the
come.
outfield.
You know,
What?
I think Master Chief actually ripped off Doomslayer's design.
That's what I'm saying too. They should send a letter to whoever owns.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who, but like they should definitely send it to somebody.
And Samus.
That's what I'm thinking. Yes, Samus is definitely. When's the Samus movie gonna come out?
Probably after Alien Romulus comes out. They're gonna start making it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we have reached the end of our episode today.
You don't have to say
Oh
that.
man.
What?
You don't have to announce it like that. We're just gonna.
We're just gonna cut it off in between our.
We just have to. We're done. Fuck it. We're over.
All right.
Well, thank you all for joining us on this
You're welcome.
fun journey of discovery and discussion of our list. We will come out with different tier lists eventually with another episode of a podcast. And make sure to follow us on social media. We will have those up and running
Eventually.
soon.
Make
likely-
sure you like and subscribe.
And I
Like,
hope that
subscribe.
person in the next room who's cleaning something does a really good job.
All right, guys.
I can't wait for the audio not to pick that up. It's
Yeah, I'm just
you
saying.
talking.
All right. Bye.
Love
Bye.
you.
You're gonna wave to the camera. Bye.
Ugh.
Go home.